Greetings, everybody. This is Kali, the Master Headhunter. I've been on YouTube over 5 years, probably about 7 years. I've been on YouTube, if I have to say so. And I've been interacting with people probably like 5 of those years. And it has really been an enlightening experience, but it was also a hurtful experience as well. I don't know how people are going to perceive this, and I'm not going to care. I stayed away so long, and I didn't realize until yesterday that this was still hindering me. I stayed away so long. It was so hurtful. People are so cruel. And the thing is, I'm the master and the designer of my own destiny. You know what I mean? I'm the creator of my own space. That's without a shadow of a doubt. And I know I'm the only one that can fix my situation. I'm the only one that can save me. I'm the only one that can do for me. I'm the only one that can love me. I am the lover of my soul. I am the captain of this ship. You see what I'm saying? I am the captain and commander of this vessel, and I realize that, and I know that. Okay, I love myself and all that great stuff. My issue has been with learning how to socialize. I put myself out there, to learn how to socialize better because I was tired of people telling me that I was very mean and I didn't talk to people and this, that, and the third. So I was excited when I came in contact with YouTube and all the people on YouTube and the different ideologies. I just found it very, very fascinating because I do study people. Not for a living, but I've always studied people. Okay? I think that's what has helped me become a great communicator. But nonetheless, let's stick with the point. It was very hurtful. I've never been around people where I couldn't vent. I didn't ask you to tell me what to do in my life. I didn't. There may have been times I may have asked questions, may have asked for suggestions. Never asked anybody to fix my life, tell me how to fix my life, because nobody can do that but me. I know that. But the people, not all people on YouTube, okay, but the community that I have found myself in, they were very cold hearted and cruel, and you're gonna have to do that on your own, and I can't help you with that. I didn't ask you for your help, didn't ask for your suggestions. It was like, can a person vent? YouTube is not the place for that. I learned that a long time ago. But there's many people that still do that, but I choose not to. The reason why I'm uploading this video is because I want to help someone else. Maybe someone else is feeling the way I feel and they just don't want to say anything. So I stopped even sharing my ideas. I stopped sharing knowledge. I stopped sharing. I just stopped being who I was because I felt so much rejection and I felt hurt more than anything. And it just wasn't a good feeling, because I feel better when I'm helping and assisting other people. That is just who I am. All of us are not cold and calculated. You know what I mean? And it took me away from who I am. I allowed it to hurt me so bad that it took me off my path. And I got stagnated and stuck, and I started having so many problems in my relationship, and in the marriage that I'm in. And it was just, it was crazy to where this last week, I've been working very hard to heal, my body and all this stuff. It's been more than just a week, but this last week I put more emphasis on doing stuff. And when I tell you my cycle came, and I went out with my daughter to get something to eat, and it was fish. I didn't think it was gonna, but it was too salty. And I had a headache for that. And then on top of that, I was stressed out about my marriage. I was stressed out about, What am I going to do about my livelihood? I was stressed out because I don't have a creations park. I was stressed out because I just couldn't see my way in front of me. And I had a headache so bad. I was drinking 7 to 8 bottles of water a day trying to get rid of this headache, and it wasn't cutting it. Yesterday, I slammed 10 bottles of water. It didn't happen. I went to sleep. I was trying to relax. I couldn't. I was so wound up and so tensed up. So I finally, after 4 days, took an Advil. Took 3 Advils. Okay. And I was a little scared to do that, you know. And the headache still didn't go away. And I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong? My blood pressure is just high and just shooting through the roof. And I'm like, what is going on? What is wrong with my body? What is wrong? What are you trying to tell me? Why are you so upset with me right now? And it was like my husband came home because me and him was supposed to talk about something 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it didn't happen. And I was stressed out about that. And I'm stressed out because I thought I was on a job that I liked, and they took us off the job. They didn't explain why. I had a feeling why, but I'm not going to get into all that. So I was stressed out because I'm like, I don't have a way to make money right now. I mean, I do, but I'm so stressed out. I'm not even using my talents, my God-given abilities, for lack of better terms. So something said, hit him with the conversation. Don't put it off. Don't wait. Fuck how he feels about it. Just do it. So I did. And I was crying and the tears were flowing. Because I was crying before he got home because I was so angry. Like, what do you want? What are you trying to tell me? I'm asking my body, what is it that I'm not doing right? And I was crying. So anyhow, I was crying. I was letting the tears flow. And I was telling him how I was feeling about this situation, regarding me and him. And he was like, I don't know how to talk to you. It's like I can't say anything to you because it's not good enough. And this, that, and the third. And I let him talk. I didn't interrupt him. And then, because I don't understand why it takes somebody forever to make a decision. He's a Libra. Libras are like that. They're very indecisive. And that is so agitating to me. But anyhow, so I asked, I said it and put it out there. And when I tell you the headache lifted immediately, okay, immediately when I just start fessing and flowing out of my heart, what was going on, how I was feeling, and, this, that, and the third. And he said, why did you ever stop and think about maybe you shouldn't do anything right now? Maybe you should just relax. Stop thinking. Just stop. He said, go do your nails, read a book, go do something, make a wig, go do something. And I was like, how dare he? At first I was like, you know what? And I didn't want to, because I don't want to relax. I want to be doing something, And I've meditated, nothing is coming to me. He was like, because you're forcing it. Just let it be. And when I tell you my headache is gone, didn't come back. So after that, we talked, he still didn't say anything. Libras, they take forever to do something. They call Taurus is slow, right? So after we talked, I felt so much better. The pressure left. Because I don't have high blood pressure. But when I tell you I can hear the pressure of my blood, it was like it was filling up in my brain, in my skull. I was really getting scared. It was so bad. I wanted to cut myself to bleed to relieve the pressure. That's just how bad it was. But I'm like, I can't cut myself, And I was so stressed out. I cut my finger the other day, cutting an avocado. It was crazy. So I went and I washed my hair because my hair just felt heavy. I just wanted to start cutting my hair off. I'm like, you ain't going to want no short hair. So I washed my hair. I shampooed my hair. Deep conditioned it. And my daughter came back at the time. She had left to go get her something to eat. She came back. And I was like, you want to ride with me? I went to get me something to eat. because I just didn't have the energy to cook yesterday. So I went and got something to eat. And I came back and she was like, well, Mama, let's watch a movie. So I said, I want to watch something funny. So I was like, I want to watch a comedy. So I went and I got Meet the Parents because that movie is hilarious to me. It makes me laugh. It cracks me up. It's some sick stuff that be going on with Caucasians. They some strange people sometimes. But it was hilarious. I laughed. And I watched Meet the Parents too. Or Meet the Fockers. Oh, I was rolling. I mean, I've seen these movies before. I just wanted to laugh. I wanted to feel better. And laughter, singing. And I didn't feel like singing, but I was like, I need to laugh. So I know when to use the, you know what I mean? The emotions. So I was like, I want to laugh. So I watched Meet the Fockers and we was laughing and everybody was sitting down and, my husband ended up coming in the midst of that. We all sitting down, we laughing and, everybody's just enjoying themselves. And I hadn't had a moment like that in a long time. And I looked up, I was like, oh my God, it's 11 o'clock at night because I've been going to bed early. I've been going to bed at like 9, So I woke up, I got up, rinsed my hair out, and I twisted my hair up. And so I ended up going to bed at 1 o'clock this morning, which is why I got a little bit of bags. But that's okay. That's okay. I went to bed, and I woke up, and I still had a heavy heart, though. After all that laughter, I had a heavy heart. And I'm like, what is going on, So I said, I don't want the headache to come back, and so I went to watch Infinite Waters. Those of you who know about on YouTube, Infinite Waters. It was what I needed. It was like he was talking directly to me. And I know he wasn't, but it was like he was. And I'm like, you know what? And I shed some tears. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get up. And I'm going to do something for me. So. And that's what I went and did. I went and just got out. And I paid a couple of bills that, was due. And I said, you know what? I got that done. So let me come home and relax. And I have been repressing so much and holding in so much. Not only just in the last 5 years, but most of my life. And I didn't realize, I see a therapist, she's really tremendous. She really helps me out a lot. But I didn't realize how much hurt I was still holding on to in the past because I hadn't dealt with it. I hadn't even thought, And I was hurting so bad. And I didn't even realize I was still holding on to the past. Until I heard a particular name. And then I ended up seeing a particular person. These two individuals were men. And they did things to me sexually and physically that was hurtful. And I'm not talking about just a boyfriend cheating on you. I'm talking about abuse. So I didn't realize that pain was still there. And seeing those people just really made me realize I want to get out of Kansas City. I really want to get out of Kansas City. And I started expressing things at the therapist Monday that I didn't even know was there still. I didn't realize, if I start crying a little bit, you guys, bear with me. I didn't realize how humiliating the situation really was. Because I had put it to the back of my mind and I hadn't thought about it because it was just that hurtful. It was traumatizing. And, I didn't want to think about it because I didn't want to deal with that. But I had to because it's another thing that's been stagnating me. And I had to get rid of those emotions, and I'm not crying as much as I thought I was because I was really, really crying Monday. I couldn't even hardly talk. And I didn't realize how hurtful that was, because I was just like, I'm a survivor. I'm strong. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. But those things had tore down. That's what some of the things that was turned down in my self-esteem. And that's why I never was feeling worthy, because I was still holding on to that. And I didn't even realize I was holding on to that, so when I dealt with the situation, moved forward, now I feel a lot better about it. I'm still healing. Don't get it wrong. And I'm getting over it. It doesn't define me today because I'm someone else. But I had to, it's like you have to bury something. You have to let it die. And I had to let those emotions die that I've been carrying along like a suitcase because it was making me stronger, I thought. But at this point, it's doing nothing for me. So I had to discard of it. I had a funeral and I buried it. But I'm feeling a lot better just venting, and talking about this. Because in my journey, I've learned that everything does not work for everybody. And one way may work for you, but it may not work for the next person. It may not work for me, and it may not work for the person over there. I really miss having a cat. I miss having pets. I just love cats. They just bring me so much joy, and I really miss my cat. Both of them. I'll never get two female cats again because there was just too much competition in one house. But I miss my cat. You know, I really do, and I can't wait to get another one. It was so bad that I wanted to be by myself. I didn't want to be with my husband. I didn't want to be around anybody. I just wanted to be by myself. And that wanting to be by myself was just my way of protecting me for years. Wanting to be solitary because it was too much hurt. It was just too much pain there. But I have learned how to get through it. And it's not difficult unless you make it. Because I realized the reason why I wasn't moving forward because it was because of me. But I had to realize what that was in order to move forward. So I had to get rid of baggage that I didn't even know I had that was weighing me down. And you have to process through your emotions. And everybody does things differently. Like I said, we live in an age now where information is fluent and it's flagrant and it's everywhere. And we also live in a time where people have no compassion, towards the next person. Because I think one thing that people forget, because I started becoming rigorous and thinking like other people, and I'm like, this is not me. Why is nothing working for me? Because I'm not living in mine now. I am not doing what makes Nicole feel good. People forget, I really believe, because you say, I don't understand how people can't love themselves, or I don't understand why you ain't your number one fan, and well, you don't understand because you've passed that level, or you never have been on that level because you were surpassed it. Everybody is not on the same vibration wave. Everyone does not awaken at the same time. Everyone is not on the same level. Okay? Some people have to get where you're at. You know what I mean? There's people who have to get where I'm at. You have to get to that point. Everybody has to grow. If they don't want to grow, then leave them alone. That doesn't mean speak negatively. I think there's too much negativity going out. And you have so much social media. Everybody thinks they're so important, which everybody is important. But what I'm saying is you don't supersede another person's journey in what we call life. You just don't. I allowed nigga shit. Don't get mad at nobody, okay? Because if it hurts, put a band-aid on and say ouch. And then go to Home Depot and get a ladder and get the fuck over it, okay? I got involved in nigga shit. The white man is this, that, and blah, 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 blah. Which, don't get me wrong, the Caucasians set the precedence for the unrest. But what I'm saying is this. We have the ability at this point to rise above that. If you didn't know that 10 years ago, you should know that now. This is a different time. This is a different paradigm, okay? That's why they were scaring you with the 2012 shit. Everybody's not on the same level. Don't get caught up in the past. Do not get caught up in shit I'm talking to my people right now, specifically. Don't get caught up in nigga shit. Don't get caught up in all that conscious community stuff, because as we see, it's fizzling away, you know. And again, these are males still trying to hold on to something that is long gone. Yes, we are great. We were great and we still are. But at the same time, we have to leave the physical and we have to go back into the spiritual. You know, we have to go back into the mental. We have to go back into the etheric. We have to go back into the cosmic dust. We have to go back into the universe. We was not meant to stay down here. White people are progressing now because we have got them to a certain point. Like, they still have a long way to go, don't get me wrong. You know, but at the same time, it was not for us to do this. We came down here to create, and then we're leaving. It's just like a parent, for lack of better terms. I know I done went from me to something else now, but I'm done with me. I'm done with that situation. But we have to remember, it's like a parent. You create a child, you have to birth it. It has to hold in the womb, right? You birth it, and then you train it, and then it makes dumb mistakes, stupid decisions, and it hurts, but you have to let it grow. And then sometimes children rebel against their parents and they're very disrespectful to their parents. Okay? But you have to let them be. And then you move on. You move out the way so they can do their thing. I don't know why this is coming to me, because I never looked at it like this before with them, but it is what it is. So we can't sit up and get caught up on what our children are doing. We have to be focusing as parents on what we're going to do now to do us. So that's just my thoughts for today. That's how I'm feeling, you know. I feel like we need to rise above those childish behaviors, because that's not for us to be doing in the first place. That's why our people is so stuck. You know, we don't realize the physical is not conducive for us anymore. It is for certain people who want to still be in the physical, but if you really don't care for the, I mean, you're thankful and grateful to be here. Don't get me wrong, because we all have a journey and a mission here, and we all have a purpose. Some people, I'm starting to think, don't have a purpose. You know what I mean? They're just here. But, you know, that's a whole nother story for another time. But at the same time, mostly everybody has a purpose. And you have to live that purpose out in the physical. You know, there's nothing we can do. We have to wake up in here. We have to have bowel movements. We have to urinate. We have to eat. We have to clean this physical body, because if we don't, we start stinking and rotting, and you have to brush your teeth and all those things. But at the same time, we should focus on ourselves and stop worrying about what the next person, why they ain't where we at. Because everybody is not meant to be on the same level at the same time. It's not meant for that way. There would be no need for teachers if that was the case. There would be no need for healers if that was the case. There would be no need for all these different talents if that was the case. And there would be no need for us to be here if that was the case. So my brothers and sisters, I'm going to leave y'all on this note. I'm done. And I might break this up into 2 segments, but then again, I might not. Because, you know, some of you guys have a short attention span. But it is what it is. This is for those who want to listen. So, much love, much peace. You know, love yourself. Love on yourself hard and heavy. If you can't love yourself, don't expect somebody else to. You know, I have somebody I love near and dear, and I had left them alone, and then they came back in my life, and I see why they came back into my life. They came back into my life to show me something, you know, and now I have to leave that person where they at again, because they are pulling on me. They're heavy. Love them dearly, you know. But if you don't love yourself, why as damaged goods would you go out? I don't even know what I'm calling them goods, but as a damaged individual, why would you go out and put that damage on somebody else? Why not just heal yourself? If you don't love yourself, don't expect nobody else to love you. Don't expect nobody else to have compassion for you. Don't expect anybody else to believe in you or any of those things. Okay? Because you can't help anybody if you can't help yourself. Much love, Much peace, and I'll see you guys on my next. Later.